Listen to the whistle, oh, hear the gopher call, as they roam from early springtime to the late part of the fall. They dig their holes with pleasure, about 5 for every one. Front door, back door, side door, and 2 dug just for fun.
The world-famous Gopher Hole Museum in Torrington, Alberta is a little piece out there. It's a 45-minute drive from Red Deer. It's been called a redneck dollhouse. As bizarre as it is charming, a roaring success. It's a bunch of dead gophers, stuffed, clothed, and staged to represent life in Torrington.
That's causing such a fuss. They dig their home in the prairie loam, turning everything to dust.
Gophers is a pest, yes. But we chose the gophers because we wanted something different. Alberta has a lot of good museums, but most of them are on the antique and historic. So we decided to choose something different for our museum. And we chose stuffed gophers. And it's done its job. We've been here 19 years and still going strong.
In 1996, Torrington was still a self-governing village. It was facing a school closure, a dying economy, and the exodus of both jobs and people. The Torrington Village Council decided to kill, stuff, and dress up gophers and put them on display. It worked. Although the village was dissolved to become a hamlet controlled by Kneehill County, the museum attracted 10,000 visitors in its first year. Animal rights protesters, including PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, were supposed to show up and protest on opening day.
It says, I'm writing to you concerning Torrington's plans to kill and stuff and display gophers in your Gopher Hole Museum. So it's saying that we shouldn't kill gophers. Like I say, there's more killed on the highway, and how many are poisoned out on a farmer's field?
The protests created much appreciated interest. Since then, about 6,000 tourists visit every summer.
Local newspapers heard that the animal rights was supposed to show up the day of our opening. And so that's how everything got started. I mean, I could show you a good one, but I don't think you want to.
A typical visitor can expect to have local activities interpreted for them by the gophers.
I am, yes. Are you Diane?
Yes, how are you?
It's supposed to be a lighthearted look at rural life in the area.
Okay, that's $4, $2 each.
Okay. No, it's going to be pricey.
Museum is a ball. The name of the place is the Gopher Hole, this place from wall to wall. Some dressed in Western fashion, some dressed in a natural state, some sleeping in their newfound homes, some eating from their plate.
Many of the dioramas poke fun at events and businesses in town, and the museum itself isn't immune. One diorama shows a gopher dressed in a top hat fighting with a gopher dressed as a hippie about whether it's ethical to kill and stuff gophers for the museum.
The moral of the story is be wise before you speak. Lots of us do like them, but their damage is not cheap. There always will be gophers, their lives are not in hand. So just sit back and watch them as they dig up all our land.
Most of them feature events in Torrington, business in Torrington, and the surrounding area. For instance, the Old Time Music Jamboree we hold in August. Of course, there's a lot of hunting out here for ducks and deer. And this is our village campground that we have in Torrington. This is where Clem T. Gopher stands. We do have a Torrington fertilizer plant. It just stands on the east side of Torrington. You have to really take a look what's down there. It's actually sheep's fertilizer. So that is real. And it was 25 years last year that the yard sale's been going on. Be surprised, you think you wouldn't be able to find that much stuff every year, but we've managed to find stuff.
There is, however, an underlying purpose to stuffing gophers rather than, say, mice or rabbits. Not long ago, the going rate for a dead gopher in many rural prairie communities was about a quarter. Crop damage and holes in their fields prompted many farmers to solicit local children to dispatch gophers to their happy digging grounds. The stuffed gophers at the Gopher Hole Museum represent the idea that this animal is a pest that remains a source of contempt for farmers and ranchers.
Oh, we average around 6,000. We hope we get the same amount, hopefully more. We'd like to see a lot more tours. We get a lot of people that are on their way to Drumheller. A lot of people just come out here, you know, just to come here.
Listen to the whistle, hear
Official operation is from June 1st to September 30th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. But if you call or email ahead like we did, someone will come and open the doors for you. It may not be for everyone, but if you happen to be cruising central Alberta armed with a couple of bucks, it's a great way to kill an hour.
Special cartoon gopher, his name is Clemty. He's 5 foot tall and a smiling, he's as happy as can be. You'll have to come to Torrington to see him posing there. All year round he stands so proud in Alberta's mountain air.